Is this working? Is it working? I think it's working. I think I'm live. I'm trying to test this to make sure. Funny thing is, no matter how live I go, I mean, how many live I go, how many times I go live, I always seem to be like in a brand new like sense of in my liveness. I know that makes no sense, but I'm always trying to figure out: is this working right? Can you hear me? Yeah, there you go. I can hear me. Hi, man. What's up, my lovely social media pumpkins? I love you, man. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever, man. I know I'm looking a little Luke Cagey. How you guys doing, man? So I wanted to do this live, no specific reason. I just felt like talking, man. I was supposed to go live today on DNTV channel, but there was some issues that happened, some technical difficulties. But sometimes in the technology world, things don't always be as accurate as you would like them to be. But I got dressed, man, and I made myself real pretty. So I felt like I'm not gonna waste. I mean, because I've been okay. So here, let me bring you guys up to code a little bit. So I've been shooting Luke Cage in Cleveland, and as I've been shooting, this last weekend was probably um, the roughest shooting that we've done. Only because it was way more what's the word? More strenuous. I like that word. It was more work involved. We had a lot more to do. A lot more fighting, fight choreo, um, just a whole bunch of stuff. So because of that, I've been like really bad, man. My body has been in so much pain. And the thing is this is not the first time. Um, 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 this is not the first time that I've been injured on set. It's not the first time I've done choreo. I mean, I would actually say the worst choreo I've ever done for everybody that wants to know was when I did. It was a play in Long Beach, California called Love, Thunder, and Dynamite. This was based upon this show. The movie Roadhouse, which you gotta love Roadhouse. Roadhouse is a great movie. Um, um, May Patrick Swayze rest in peace. Um, so that was the worst. And actually, I don't think there's ever been a film set where I've been injured more than any. I mean, period. I mean, even in football, bro. Like, I don't think I've been injured as much as what I did on that play. Like, I got the shit kicked out of me, man. Like, um, it was tough, but it was fun. It was worth it. It's when you get injured on set, it's like you kind of use that as an experience token where it's like, well, that one time, I was on set and yada yada. It's a fun thing to talk about. That's what I would say. Um, so yeah, that was the hardest. So for me to go and do this Luke Cage fan film that we did with Buckeye Studios, yeah, it was really tough, but it's not as tough as what I've experienced before. So I'm not complaining. It was great. However, truth be told, I am human. I am not an alien, unfortunately. Well, I think I'm an alien for the most part. I'm an alien, but I am not ultimately an alien in the sense of I'm still trying to figure things out. And my body, even though my mind is alienistic, my body is still humanistic. I know that's weird. So I'm still trying to get used to that pain. And it hurt. I've been hurting for the last 3 days in the sense of I missed the gym. And if you know me, I never miss the gym. I mean, never, ever. Um, so I've been sitting around the house, low key bored. Not totally bored. Sorry about the lighting. I'm in my new house, by the way. So I'm still trying to get used to. I'm moving as well. I'm trying to get used to the intricacies of the lights and all that. But so it's a lot. So I'm trying to figure all this out. I haven't been bored completely. My son is homeschooled, so I had to. One thing about when you have a kid that's homeschooled, you are also in school. A lot of people won't tell you that, but I am in school too. I am studying ELA, I am studying math, and I am studying health, also world history, as well as art and music. Yes. Um, so I haven't been completely bored, but I've been bored when it comes to like becoming my better self. Like without the gym, The thing is, I had an interview with Robin Nelson recently, and he was like, "What's your outlet when it comes to acting?" And my biggest outlet is the gym. But when you don't have this outlet, you tend to break down a little bit. So I've been breaking down a little bit because I've been feeling useless. I've been feeling like I'm not worth anything, and I must apologize for that. The reason why I'm saying that is because this is going to touch on the reason why I even made this about the goal piece. But yeah, so I've been feeling very down and out. So today was the first day I decided to get, look pretty and get good for my interview we had with Drew Nichols on DNTV channel. We were interviewing Stavros, which is a Greek comedian, well, a comedian from Greece who is really funny, a great guy, great friend, and he's also in Dinner with the God of War. So because I did all that, I if you're just now joining, if you probably heard this, I'm saying this again twice. I didn't want to waste me getting really nice and pretty because I've been down in my Harry Potter robe all day, every day. Like I've been looking like a straight Hogwarts bum that got kicked out of Gryffindor. If you see the robe, you know. So I got dressed up, man. I combed my beard. I took a shower. I deodorized, and I went in, bro. Like combed my hair a little bit, Um, so I was just like, man, I'm here. We're here. I might as well do a live. So that was the point of this. But as I was doing this, I also posted recently on Facebook about my crowdfunding goal. And we can talk about that too if you like. Just send me a message if you want to hear about it. If you want to, but you don't have to. I mean, that's here nor there. But what I wanted to do is that's also going to touch on what I want to do. I want to talk about goals and my goals for this year for Pyro Productions, as well as my goals for myself. I also want to talk to you guys and see if you guys have any goals. If you want someone to talk to, because in this world, you don't get a lot of opportunities to talk to people. As I was growing up in life, I realized as I became an adult and a human, which I explain to my son every day, that you're kind of alone, and that sucks. Like, and don't get me wrong, you can get married and have all these relationships and all that, and have girlfriends and boyfriends and yada yada, and that's all good and gravy. But yeah, we're ultimately alone. And talking to my mom and my grandpa's still alive by the grace of God. We talk, and I say, man, it's so weird to know that we're in this world alone. And that's not a bad thing. Hello everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for bearing to see my bearded face today. If you want to join the live, I will send you a link. This is a very open discussion. My bro just came in right now. I'm gonna accept him. This is Martine. What's up, bro?
Hey, how you doing? How's it going?
You good, man? I'm just here, man. I'm gonna be real. My body's feeling a little better today. I've been injured all from fighting, getting my
Oh,
ass kicked.
it sounded like you had COVID.
Bro, man, I got Novid. Nah, bro. But I mean, since you're here, hi Sarah. I sound like I'm like, hi guys, how are you? I'm Bob Ross. No, what are some of your goals for the year, man? I wanna talk about goal setting, man. Like, I think we should do that. What do you think?
Yeah, that's great. That's a great topic to touch. Are we the only two in this chat? I'll turn on my camera in like 5 minutes.
Well, as of right now, this is live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter simultaneously. However, live talking is just me and you right now until somebody else wants to join in or whatever.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah,
everybody's
go.
welcome. I can have up to 10 people, like we did last time. But
That's great. Goal setting. Yeah.
well, I mean, okay, so well, first off, let me say, everybody, this is Martine. If you don't know who he is like my brother from another mother. I usually only say that for Xander. So if Xander's watching this, Xander is still my number one first brother from another mother. No offense, Martine. But Xander owned that. I'm sorry. But Martine is definitely my second, man. He's from LA like me. Whenever it's funny because Martine is definitely one of my road dogs, man. Like we shoot so much cool shit. And I hate to say this, but now Martina's even going to hear this because I hate to admit my flaw. But one of my biggest flaws is that I don't have a Martine here to shoot with me because, bro, like whenever me and Martine just go, we just go, man. We make some really dope. As he said, we make heat.
That's it. That's all we can do.
Yeah, man. So what is some of Martine and I don't want to be like, man, this is 2020 and I'm Barbara Walters or shit, but what are some of your goals, bro, for
Some of
this
my
year?
goals,
Yeah.
one for sure is put myself out there more.
Mm.
Right. Hence, I you can't even see me on the camera.
Hmm.
But that's just like an example, right, of putting myself out there into the world more, right? I feel that I shun away from that or hide away from that, and don't like display my skill set that I've worked on and that I've built over the years, you know.
Mm.
And it's not fear. Like the other day, I went on like a stage, and like it was like a rehearsal studio, but it was like the first time I was ever on a stage with a mic,
Mm.
and I wasn't scared. I didn't feel any type of like anxiety or anything, um, and so like I felt like I belonged there. You know,
Yeah.
it's just doing that constantly and putting myself in those situations because to me personally, I'm not uncomfortable doing that. I know, some might say, you know, get out of your comfort zone, but like to me, it's like put me in my comfort zone.
Right. Huh.
Like I struggle getting into my comfort zone, right? So the opposite of like get out of your comfort zone, right? Well, no, I could be out of my comfort zone all day, every day. I do that on a daily basis. Like
Right.
I'm not in my comfort zone right now. I'm completely uncomfortable. I'd rather be in my comfort zone where I belong.
So you're saying that you would make your uncomfortable comfort zone become your comfort zone? Is that what I'm
I,
saying, or did I hit that wrong?
no, no, what I'm saying is, you know, that I feel like it's a cliche saying the whole get out of your comfort zone and become more successful or whatnot, or to accomplish your goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's the opposite. You actually have to delve and dive into your own comfort zone for in order
Mm.
for you to be successful, because
I got
you're
you.
not successful like you obviously finding contentment, right? I don't think it's so much comfort. It's just like if you're not doing what you want to do, or you're not making the amount of money you want to make, etc. Like you're content, right?
Mm.
A part of it can be contentment. It's like, okay, well, life is still good, you know. I mean, and it should be, right? No matter what part of life you're in, you should always make sure that life is good and find the happiness in it. But I do agree that in order to find yourself and your inner peace, and to strive to become better, you find your comfort zone. You have to find your comfort zone.
Right. But okay, so let me ask you this: like, what if someone doesn't know how to find a comfort zone? What do you think is the best way to find that?
The best way to find that, hey, I want to be an actor, right? Somebody just put training both for my acting and working out for my body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be an actor. I want to be fine. Like let's say I wanted to be an actor and a fitness coach, right? You know, I work out all
Mm-hmm.
the time too. Um, and so like if I want to do that, why not film and put myself out there doing that, right? Then if
Mm.
I want to financially be doing that, why not then develop a course or get with a group of people? It's like, hey, we all work out, we all train, right? Why not I either be the face or one of you guys could be the face, and then I'll work on the script, I'll work on the course material. We can all help each other and we can all make this happen. But why not? You know?
Right. Right. Hmm.
And then repetition, like
Listen.
when you're acting, you have to do repetition. You're reciting your script, right? So
Mhm.
repetition is going to help you dive into your comfort zone and make you comfortable.
I was actually about to say that. That's exactly. I'm glad you said that. I was about to say, yeah, as you keep doing it, it becomes like second nature, like almost like one of your senses.
Like if I grew up in the hood per se, right, in a
You
place.
did grow up in the hood, fool.
I mean, but if I grew up in an area where like I wasn't around very successful people, I'm always just used to that, right? But let's say
Yeah.
so that would be my comfort zone in a sense.
Right. The hood,
But
right.
let's say I then started hanging out with very successful people and financially literate people, people that are just doing well in life, right? Book
Mm-hmm.
smart, all types of stuff, right? And not saying that anybody in the hood isn't any of that. But I would then make that would then become my comfort zone.
Mm.
And maybe off the back, I might not even be uncomfortable being in that setting because it's like, okay, cool, I always belong here. This is me. It's no different, you know?
So you're saying the uncomfortable zone could technically be your comfort zone, but if you believe that it's not your comfort zone, that's what makes it an uncomfortable comfort zone.
That's great. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey
that's
man, hey man, you know I do that, bro. Every day. But yeah, I like that. Matter of fact, you know what? That should be a Facebook quote. Hey, if somebody want to go and take that, just make sure you credit me or Martine on that. But no, for real, like sometimes the your uncomfortable self in a place that you feel uncomfortable could technically be your comfort zone. But if you keep believing that it's that and you treat it like that, it will never be your comfort zone. But sometimes that is actually the zone that you need to be in to reach success. Did I
I
do
have
that?
I have a personal experience, right? And my journey where I do construction sometimes, right? I go on, I get jobs, do construction, and I'm very comfortable in that realm. Like I could talk to anybody about it. Why not? Let's fucking go build you a house, whatever. You know, let's go build you whatever you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm comfortable in that zone. But let me tell you, that shit is making me so uncomfortable because it's not what I
Because
know I should be
and I
doing.
know, but it's like
Doing it to get by.
it's hard to set a goal when you're comfortable as well. I think I really find that true to believe. Like if I'm comfortable, why would I set a goal to get out of the comfortable? Like when I was homeless, I was uncomfortable. So it was my goal to get out of that. But if I was comfortable being homeless, I would still be homeless because I'm comfortable.
Right.
Which is crazy. Like that's a whole trip, bro. That's a thing, man. That's some knowledge you just dropped right there.
But can you set goals within that comfort zone?
I mean, you can, but the thing is it's hard, bro. Like it's hard to be honest. I mean, you can't. I mean, but see, that's a really good point. And I actually asked the audience that. Like, I mean, everybody watching, I mean, they'll say that's a good point because it is like if you're comfortable, why even set a goal? Like, if I'm a billionaire and I'm bringing in $1 billion a month, say this is just really nice. If I'm bringing in $1 billion a month, why would I want to become a trillionaire if I'm comfortable with my being a billionaire? Like, the reason why I use billionaire and trillionaire is I want to go high. I don't want to be like millionaire because nowadays millionaire ain't really shit. Not I hate to say that. No offense to anybody that's a millionaire out there, but I mean it's not. So, but no, like if you're making that what like if you are living in a house and I mean this is kind of unrealistic, but who knows? This world is unrealistic. You live in a house and you have three women that you're married to, right? And they do everything you need them to do. That you don't fight. I mean, you get everything done. I mean, why would you want a fourth if you're comfortable with three? But now, say you live with a woman that, say you live with your old ball and chain, and every day she like stressing you out and telling you this and that. You're uncomfortable, so so to get comfortable, you're gonna find a way to get out of that. Either you're gonna cheat, unfortunately, or you're gonna literally go try to find a way to break that up. That's a good example of comfortable versus uncomfortable.
Hey, this is a good topic, right?
Yeah, man. Sarah, you know what I mean? Jesus Lord, why you always take me everything I say literal? Hey man, look at you, bro. How you feeling, man? That look nice.
Thanks. Purple hair.
Oh, that's
Don't.
why you were uncomfortable? You comfortable now?
No, I'm definitely more comfortable with the purple hair.
I mean, I like the hair. I just don't like the Eddie Munster, bro. Cut that shit. I keep telling you, bro.
That.
Like, cut it.
Oh man, my hair's gonna grow out. And
Not
then...
that. No, it's not, bro. That little
Hey,
Eddie
it's a
Munster,
heart
bro.
shaped heart. It's a heart shaped hairline. You feel me? I don't get no lineups. It's just a heart shaped hairline. That's what it is.
Bro, I love you, man. See,
Got
Sarah loves your hair too. I like it too. Purple.
the hair look good. The hair looks great.
Purple minion.
Purple mint. Wow.
You do got that going though.
That's tough out here.
Well, I mean, so far you got 3 people that like it, and I mean, I like it, so I guess 4.
I'm not gonna lie, I get a lot of compliments, you know.
But look, here you go. Look here, man. You know what you are creating right now, which I want to teach people, but they got to be willing to accept the fact that they're being taught something. Because the most thing is wrong with most of human beings is they don't like the fact that they're being taught. Once you get the point of, oh man, somebody's teaching me something, they want to like fight it. You have to accept the fact that you don't know everything, and it's okay to be taught something. I think that's the biggest issue with humans. So what I would say about your hair, bro, what you're doing is you're creating attention. When you go out in the streets, people are going to look at you, whether good or bad. Who cares? You're still creating attention. I feel like the number one currency in this world that we choose not to use, is attention. Trillionaire, first time I heard that word. Oh man, hey, maybe I just testified to your life, brother. Trillionaire. He says the first time he heard that word. Hey man, it's here.
I'm sure there's some out there.
Well, hell yeah, Elon Musk, right?
Nah, he's not there yet.
Well, he's the richest one, so I guess there's trillion-dollar companies.
Bro, there's richer people than the richest man in the world. They just don't know them, and they don't put themselves public. They
look at that. Hair is great. Somebody else like your hair, but no, that's what it is, bro. You create attention. The reason why a lot of these people like these rich people, full people, is because of the attention they create. If you see somebody literally throwing money out on the street, they're gonna like, why are they just throwing money? That's attention. You want to know why, and you gravitate to them.
Right.
We can learn new things every day. Exactly. I totally agree. But the thing is the way you learn is when you're willing to say that you don't know everything, and you're willing to accept being taught something from someone else. Hell, my son taught me something today, and I had no idea. And I mean, I had to turn down my older father mentality of to accept what he was teaching me, because he taught me something that he learned from someone else that might have knew more than me.
What'd he learn?
Bro, I don't remember. I just know it was important.
I just learned the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So communication. You know how important communication is?
Yeah, bro. It's gold.
All right. Gold. So would you say communication, the most important aspect of communication is words?
Is words? No.
Yes. How you utilize your words?
I wouldn't say that.
To you, what's the most important aspect of communication?
Well, I'm an actor, bro. The number one thing when it comes to communication to me is reaction. But I can understand the communication aspect. But as an actor, reaction is the number one for me.
And improv. So
because like when I look at audition tapes, and I'm sorry to do that, but just for everybody else that's watching, when I look at audition tapes, I pay more attention to the reaction pieces more so than them speaking the words of the script that I give them. So when people say, is it important if I have a reader? You don't need a reader, but it definitely helps your case when I can see how you react to somebody telling you certain things.
Right.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you like that.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think, okay, so I was doing some research because I was talking to a friend about enthusiasm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so enthusiasm is like super, super important, right? Whether you're a salesman, whether you're delivering a message to anybody, is how enthusiastic you are about a specific subject or what you're talking about is ultimately like ultimate super saying, like, communication. But I went a little further, and then I was reading this article about it. It was like this UCLA professor, like this dude's name was Albert. Can't pronounce the last name. I don't know it like that. But dude was in the 70s. He broke down and he wrote a book called Silent Messages, and pretty much explaining how communication is more about silent messages than it is the actual words that you use. So then he broke down this theory of the 7%, 38%, and 55%. And 7% of your communication is your words and what you're talking about.
Facts.
38% is your tonality and how you deliver it. And then 55% is your body language explaining the wordplay and what you're trying to get across.
Facts.
And to the point where I read some articles where it's like some dudes are like, yo, I'd rather go fly across the world to go meet with somebody than, and I could communicate what I'm trying to get across in 2 minutes over a phone call. But I'd rather go and meet this person in person to actually really see how they feel about what we are talking about.
Mm-hmm. Language and tone is what I said out loud. Y'all just say, yeah. I see what you did there.
That's funny.
No, it's really true, bro, because someone can talk. I mean, and actually a really good actor can say something and make you feel a certain way versus how it was supposed to be portrayed based upon how they deliver it.
Right.
And I know I keep going back to the acting thing, but I want to use that because that is what I've been engulfed in lately this week. Do you know a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 video game Luke Cage is a playable character there? Bro, you're so amped up for me being Luke Cage, man. Like, I love it. Like,
That's a great
huh?
the fight scene, choke slamming.
Bro, that shit.
Hey, for sure, you choke slamming food.
Bro, that shit hurt, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was hard, man. Like, people, like, I know I was doing. It looked like a lot of scenes I'm beating people up, but trust me, I get mine back. Like, bro, they crushed me, bro. Like, I'm over here, like, oh man, like I did not expect all this. I really thought I was about to go in here and act my butt off. I didn't know I was about to start doing like fight choreo, get kicked in the shin and all that. Like, bro, it's been nuts.
Got kicked physically.
Well, when you're doing fight choreo, and it's for anybody else that's hasn't done fighting things or want to be acting, there's mistakes that happen. Like you can't, especially in fight choreo. There's times that you're gonna get socked in the jaw. There's times where you're gonna get beat in the back of the neck. You're gonna get injured. You're gonna get bruises. You're gonna get shiners. You can get all that. Like it happens, bro. That it's accident, But a lot of that happened, bro. And I'm just like, God damn. And I've been literally sore for the last 3 days, and it's just like. But it's fun though. I think it's worth it. At the end of the day, it's something to talk about. It's like, man, I got beat up for this role. So then when you say, people, please go watch my damn movie, and everybody, why should I watch it? I said, bro, because I damn near endured some hardships and some crazy ass pains for this film. Please, just look at it for a minute, please.
Yeah, just watch you get beat up real quick.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Thank you for playing the violins there, Lord Jesus. With friends like these, man. But no, man. I think it's very important though to just reach goals, and also communication is definitely key. And I also think what I was saying before you joined in, the way I can combine these 3 things is sometimes it helps to have an outlet to communicate to.
Right.
Because sometimes, I mean, you could talk about your goals to yourself, and that's fine. But sometimes you need more than just a yes man or a no man. Sometimes you just need a man, no homo, or pause, or whatever you believe in. But I say that because I'm not. But if you are, that's your business. But sometimes you just need that person to talk to.
Right.
Man. And I think for me and you, I appreciate you because I know there's times that we riff and talk to each other all the time, not just on this live, but we talk about our goals, and and I just feel like I want to do this Facebook because there's not enough people doing live videos being vulnerable. It's not enough people out here talking to other people. And then a lot of people don't have people to talk to. So my goal is to pretty much tell people that I'm here if they want to talk. If I'm free and I'm not doing anything, I'm always down to hear how I can help, or my opinion, or what do I think.
Yeah, but what I feel like, what's vulnerability nowadays, right? Like, is it as simple as just putting yourself
Accountability.
Accountability. I feel like it's huge. Accountability is super huge. I feel like accountability is more important than vulnerability because accountability keeps you consistent.
Right.
I mean, all I want, but fucking where has that taken me? You know what I'm saying? I'm a vulnerable person. I'm a vulnerable ass human. That just bit me in the ass many times. Like, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, there's an aspect of vulnerability that you have to put out there, right?
Right. But that's the first step. I would think that's the first step for sure.
More importantly, it's the consistency and like like the homegirl said, it's the accountability. There it is. You see, pop that up.
That's a man. It's all right. It's cool.
I can't read. It looked like
That's definitely a bit man. I never met a girl named Noah, but
my apologies. I just the photo and I don't know. My bad. My bad. I can't
But
see.
no, that's facts, bro. I feel like the first step is definitely vulnerability because you have to be willing. Because like even me doing this crowdfunding thing, I want to say that, bro. Like I really did not want to do this, and I've been telling people are like, do a crowdfunding, do a Kickstarter, and I'm like, bro, I really don't want to do that because the main reason why is my fear of not getting support. I don't want to be looking at the crowdfunding thing and see that my goal is like 100K, even $500, and I see zero like put in. That is heartbreaking to me, especially knowing how much I know that I'm worth, as much as how much I know my team is worth, how much I know is how much effort and work we're about to put into this work.
You know, so because I've done stuff like that before, and I didn't get any funds.
Right.
And I heard stories of like, you know, like I was talking to a friend the other day, and then she was like, yeah, you know, like explain to me a story of like one of her friends and like they did a crowdfunding or like a GoFundMe or something like that, right? And they ended up like taking that money and then buying a boat with it or something.
Buying a what?
A boat.
A boat?
Yeah, like completely not what it was for, but fuck it, let's just go.
Yo, and that's another thing, bro. There are let me say this first. It's a lot of shitty people in this world.
And then like the honorable people, it's like, yo, like I want to do something good with this money, but you know, fuck with me.
The bad people messed it up so much.
Let's get people to go buy the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's my number 2 reason why I didn't want to do it, because I don't want people to think that I'm doing that. But then at the same time, it's kind of selfish of me to think that other people think that I am a certain way. That is kind of just as wrong as not even as them thinking that is just as wrong as me thinking that of them, because now I'm deeming them just as shitty as they're deeming me. You get me?
Right.
It's like a two-edged sword because it's not fair. So now I'm saying everyone that says they support me are full of shit. And that was another thing that went into why I need to put this out there, because now it's not about me. It's not about my feelings. I have to be vulnerable. I have to put this out there to the universe and trust God and trust whoever else, the ultimate beings or whoever you believe in. It could be Almighty Shamalama. It don't matter. I have to trust. Shut up, dog. I'm trying to be serious, dog. Like, who the fuck? You know? I gotta trust the call, man. And if people want to support, they will. But if not, then I could say that I did it. I tried. Like, that leads me to this other point, man. They have this thing called Ohio. In Ohio, they have this Winter Film Fest thing. I was not interested in doing this at all. I really could have cared less, but I wanted to do it just to say that I did it. So when people say, have you ever done anything? Yeah, I've actually done this. So they say, you never crowdfunded. Well, actually, I have crowdfunded. Did I get money? Was I successful? But I've done it.
Right.
And that would never be on my mind of what if. So I have to be vulnerable in that. But then after I do that, that's when the accountability comes in. That's when people need to check me like, yo, you got this amount of money. What did you do with it? This is when my line producers come in. This is when my support system comes in. And they're like, this is what we need to put the money towards. And I plan on documenting everything, bro, because I don't need the money. You know, I live my life on credit. I am the credit card finesser, bro. Like, I will finesse the fuck out of everything. But this is not about me. This is about the team.
Right.
I think people will support you because they know you're doing it for the right reasons and see the potential in you and know you will change the world. Bro, that's all I want to do, man.
That's it.
And I know that I can't change the entire world, but to some of these children out here, hey, to me, the world was literally leaving Compton. To be honest, when I was a child, that was my world. My world was Compton. And this is not just about kids in general. So, I mean, there's some people's world is very small. If I could change their world, that's just as big as changing the world.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
That's really it.
You can definitely use some positive energy today. Hey, well, Martin, man, his name is Mr. Positive Energy, bro. That's what he does, man.
All right. Sample of your work, or so that you can make an official feature film.
Facts. I think that is totally it. Well, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to put my work out because I want to get picked up by a major studio. I am transparent as shit. I would love to do a feature. Yeah, true, but I would rather get picked up from another company that want to do a feature based off my idea. I would love that 10 times more than me doing it. To be honest. Hey, Laura. Hey, if you want to come in, let me know. Anybody that wants to drop in, man, please jump in, man. We're just talking about goals and life orientations, I guess. There is no, I mean, I can have up to 10 people in here, but I mean, I would rather not. But I mean, if you want to tap in, just let me know. Anybody. I would love to talk about goals. Like I said, I just want to, I think I want to do this more often.
Five
Where
people.
I want to just, huh?
We can have up to 10 people, but only 5 people total.
Hey Nicole. Hey, Nicole is the lady who worked on the God of War poster. She did that. She's awesome. Please give her a follow if you guys aren't following her. She's amazing. She's also going to work on Augustus too, I believe, which I'm very, very happy and grateful and non-deserving, to be honest. I've never done a crowdfunding. I've never done any kind of campaign like that before. So this will be my first too. I'm excited. Oh, here, I'm gonna send you the link right now. But no, what I want to do more often, like I was saying, is I want to do stuff like this more. I want people to feel there's not enough outlets for people, man. Like I want to feel like at least you could talk to me. You know, like let me help you, even if I'm not the smartest person. I'm not Tony Romans, whatever the man name is.
Tony
I said Tony Romans. Ain't that an old school restaurant? Oh shit. I used to love some Tony Romans, dog. Oh snap. I'm not Tony Romans, man, and I'm not Grant DiGiorno. I did that one on purpose. I'm not gonna lie. I did that one on purpose. But I'm just saying, man, I just want to be here, man. I just want to know that I am a way to get some. If you want to talk, let's talk, man. Like, hold on, I'm gonna send this to you. But no, like, and that's just it, bro. Like, even me, there's a lot of times there's people I just want to talk to. I just want to know what people think. I just want to rack some people's brains. My goal is to move to Seattle. I don't like you.
Hey man, that's fine.
Larry, I don't like you, dog. I don't like him. You're stupid. Give yourself more credit than you are very smart. Oh, thank you, Sarah.
I feel like it's said than done. Like, giving yourself credit, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's nearly not about the money. Money ain't shit to me, bro. And I mean, you guys don't know this, but Martine knows how I feel about money. I don't really care about it. I mean, it's a tool. I would love to use it for what it's used for, but beyond that, money is heavy. I do not like having more. The reason why I lost weight is because I don't like having weight. So getting money in my pocket is weight. You can look at I have about 6 bank accounts. I have no money in my bank accounts. Why? Because it's too much weight. If anything crashes, my money will crash with it. I don't like it. It's just heavy. I like to use it for what the purpose is and get rid of it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. The hell with it. And you can fight me for it, but
please give me more.
You can have it, bro. I don't want none of it. I'm trying to lose more weight. It's like a boat. I'm trying to get rid of the water. It's too much. Hi, Laura.
Hi, people.
Hello.
Oh, your hat.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
Great in the hat.
You shooting something?
No, it was country day on campus for National Schools Week. So
I'm gonna say all you need is one of them what are them corn straws?
I ain't that country now. I do like to go fishing and shooting though.
Of course you do. You live in Texas.
We love our guns down here.
How are you today, Laura? How's life?
Dude, not so good. I just left the doctor's office. I have a sinus infection and it has had me down.
Damn.
All this weird weather
I went
stuff.
home and did a couple of calls that I had to do yesterday and I died. Like I went to sleep at like 7 and didn't wake up till 3 a.m.
Oh damn.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah said hi. My goal is to create projects that people enjoy, make the world a better place, but have a crime drama series that shows injustice in the world. It makes a difference in the world and gets less hate on earth. I love that. Hey, I gotta go see a man about a horse right quick. But Laura, if you I'm gonna keep this going. If you want to tell people your goals, I know some of your goals already, but for people that don't know.
Well, I think my biggest goal right now is to tell really intriguing stories and to show people that it doesn't matter what your background is, that you can always hit any goal that you set for yourself.
That's right. That's right.
And then, like, I do want to do a sitcom about my life one day, just because you can't make this crap up. Like, it's the most ridiculous stuff ever.
Your life is. Like
yes, absolutely. Yeah, just everything, the way everything happens. Like, even now, I really think the universe is just giving me more content for my sitcom because it is the most absurd, ridiculous stuff, literally.
Yeah, that's amazing that you see it like that, too.
Oh, dude, I laugh. I tell stories about stuff, and I laugh all day because it is just funny.
That's all it is. I feel like every experience is just another piece of content that you could put out into the world.
Absolutely.
And maybe other people have related with it and have that same experience so then they can relate.
For sure. Like, I made a TikTok Sunday when I got home from filming because I was like, we were doing a party scene and I was supposed to be talking to this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh my God, your hair is beautiful. Is it yours?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like it's mine. I pulled my hair." And he was like, "Oh, cool." So like he goes to stroke my hair, but then he pulls it, but then like he didn't just pull, like he yanks it. And I was like, "Boy, what are you doing?" Like, who does that happen to? That's not normal.
Yeah, that's not normal at all.
Like this and see people wear that kind of hat, Texas is the first thing I think of.
What they say?
When I hear accents like that and I see people wear that kind of hat, I automatically think of Texas.
Baby, that's where I'm from. I love my home state.
You were born and raised in Texas?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, sir. I'm an anomaly in Texas. It's not normal.
It's not.
It's really not. I'm half Persian and half Mexican, and that in and of itself is not normal. But to grow up in Texas on top of that,
interesting mix.
What? Martin is pretty. He's an abnormal anomaly as well.
Yeah, I'm a Latino. I'm Mexican, Ecuadorian, Colombian, and Chinese. But honestly, I'm just an American. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. But like, I mean, I love my ethnic foods though. Man, I was mad. I went to a conference in San Antonio, and most of the time, San Antonio is a great place to go. Man, I get excited. The school's paying for the trip, but it was also a day my dad decided to make the bomb.
It's breaking up. Martin, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm listening. I saw that. I saw
it. Got to get to a better location. You know what? Funny thing about San Antonio, I stopped liking San Antonio ever since fucking Tim Duncan. I would have loved San Antonio if it wasn't Tim Duncan. He ruined San Antonio for the rest of my life. Yeah, man. Oh, I used to hate watching Lakers play the Spurs. I'm like, oh no.
They were balling, bro. They played like a squad.
Team. Oh, Laura, you back? I think. What's up, Cosmic 27? Laura, you back?
I'm back.
Oh, okay. I listened.
It was connected to my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't have a script writer. Oh, for this thing, man. If I could write a script, man, I would. I wish I was a writer. I want to write so badly. There's so many ideas I would love to write. I can admit my flaw, and I've tried, and it's just not really the greatest.
I'm a part of a writing team for a series right now.
I give you mad respect for that. That is so hard.
It's really not.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you guys? You working on like a new show or?
This is season 2. I wasn't a part of it for season 1. So I'm just coming in with just random. We had a meeting Thursday, and I threw out all kinds of random stuff. They're like, "Oh my God, this is great!" So.
How do you keep balance doing all the stuff that you do? Like, I mean, I know you're just learning how to do camera and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
how did you like just find balance to do all that stuff? Like you're doing a lot of stuff.
I love learning. I've always said if I could afford it, I'd be in college for the rest of my life, and it's very true. I would, but
Yeah.
I like learning stuff, man. Like I like being creative with things. So if I can find a way to be creative in whatever I'm learning at the moment, it's a go.
Did you hear what me and Martine was talking about earlier about like comfortability versus uncomfortability?
No, I just chimed in whenever
saying,
you saw my message.
We were saying, do you think it's easier to set goals when you're uncomfortable, or do you think it's easier to set goals when you're comfortable?
It's a lot easier when you're comfortable because you can already see the end in sight pretty much. You know how things are going to play out because you're comfortable, obviously. I like setting goals when I'm uncomfortable. I want to know that I can knock that out. And I mean, at the end of the day, I know I can. I just don't know how long it's going to take me.
To do it. I have so many ideas too. I always write my ideas down whenever I think of something.
I have an app on my phone. I do the same thing. If I have an idea, I put it in that app. I mean, I get back to it for a year, but I get back to it at some point.
Being creative is amazing, Lori. You look like a Lori. You do look like a Lori.
That's how I knew. Hey, that's how I knew I disappointed my dad. He would call me Lori instead of Laura, and I'm like, dang. Really? Yeah.
So that's a thing. Like that's a miscommon. Is it a vowel? Is it because it's vowels or what? Like that's so weird.
No, but he'd just be like, Lori, and I'm like, damn.
Imagine a high school or college giving students an amount of $10,000 if they help in activities.
That ain't happening.
You would know it definitely happened.
I taught high school when I first started teaching. I'm in middle school now, but I also worked in administration for my school district, and I used to help with a grant program that A&M Commerce did for teachers to help teachers be better.
Wow.
I used to teach in that every year.
So I know I was going when you guys were talking about goals, but what was like the number one thing you're looking at moving or getting accomplished towards the end of this year? Like what is it like if you were David and Goliath and you're David, what is like your Goliath right now? Like
my Goliath? Loosen this belly, what you mean? That's an easy one.
Stop, man, whatever. I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing that.
No, honestly, it's to land bigger roles with some of the big production companies. That's it. I mean, it's already happening, so I want to hit, one of the big ones, like, Lionsgate or something.
Well, you know what I've noticed, even with you personally, it seems like once you do one thing that's really cool, everything happens. It's like a domino effect, kind of like everything. Because I'm looking like, because when and I mean, okay, so I saw you do something, and I was like, oh, that's cool, that's dope. But then when I was casting for the God of War thing, and you got it, I was like, oh, that's dope. But then after that, it seems like you've been getting like everything. I'm like, damn, like it's like, I don't know. It's like you like beat up the universe and said, give me more. Like you kind of like Suge Knighted the universe.
You know what's funny? I didn't even audition for some of these things.
Wow.
They just fell in my lap, and I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna say no. Experience is experience, man. Like, and that's what I love about it. Every character I've been cast for has been a very different role from the role that I've been cast in other things. So like I get to really expand my abilities as an actor with all these different roles. This year's going to be awesome. It's either going to be awesome or one hell of a learning experience.
Yeah. It's starting off pretty nicely. I would say it's kind of overwhelming, but overwhelmingly great.
Absolutely.
Even the whole idea of it, even if it, say for instance, and I mean, and I'm knocking on all the wood that I can find, like say this doesn't happen, right? For any of us, even the fact of what it already has been, what has already happened and what is occurring has already been like crazy impactful.
Oh,
Very much so. Like I really didn't expect to get the role.
Yeah,
I really didn't. I was like, oh my God. Like this is like I cried. I was so happy.
it would be amazing for people to get inspired by seeing Dinner with the God of War. Laura, I don't think you know this, and I'm gonna explain this to you. And anybody that's watching it don't know. Dinner with the God of War is not even my. It's not even the film that I want to bank my name on. I know it seems like it because I'm always promoting it and I love it. I love what Dinner with the God of War created, even before it was created. That's cool. I like all the people. I like the camaraderie. I like the family. I like what we've all established in our group, for one. Even if we don't always comment, the fact that we know that we can always go to the group, like if we need some spiritual help or some outlet or somewhere to talk where somebody will listen. Because, like I was saying to Martine earlier, which I don't know where he went, but maybe he's hiding his purple hair again. I like the fact that we've created a space for people to talk where we don't even, it's not Facebook, you know? And I feel like a lot of issues with Facebook is it's a lot of judgment on Facebook. But what we created is kind of a place where it might be a little judgment, but not really. Like it's kind of a safe haven, a space. Like we're like a family almost. And Ariel just said that on the interview he did last night. I don't know if you heard it.
I was dead.
Well, it was at midnight, so you have an excuse. But we created like a family, and I like that. So Dinner with the God of War is not even the film that I wanted to be like, oh man, Jarrell Pyro Johnson made Dinner with the God of War. Like, yeah, he did, but what did Jarrell Pyro Johnson really create behind Dinner with the God of War? Like, I created some sort of unity, some sort of family that I want to spread out. But before you can spread it out, you have to build your own core family first.
Absolutely.
Right now,
I've been really fortunate. Like I'm on a project in Dallas that's very much what it is. We're our own little family, dude. Like we do birthdays together, we do Christmas together, we have a Friendsgiving every year. Like it's just what we do. We hang out together.
And and that's very important to have that camaraderie, because even filming this Luke Cage thing that I've been filming, me and
Kurt.
I'm sorry.
I said hi to Kurt. He popped in.
Hi, Kurt. Yeah, so me and the guy, we don't know each other. And the thing is we're learning each other to build that camaraderie, because Luke Cage and Iron Fist, if you know the story of them, they are like great friends. But if I don't know you, it's kind of hard to trust you with acting and talking. So I feel like what we're creating in this group is a way of trust. And we know kind of what we're dealing with. Whether it's good or bad, we know who and how to interact with each other on set. What's up, Mike?
And that transfers to on screen as well.
Right. And it makes a way better scene.
Very much Mike, so. I think that's what happened with the Mogul. We had several table reads, so we all got to spend time together, you know, both as friends and then as our characters. So we were able to read each other better and react with each other better, especially when it came to on screen.
Yeah, I love that. Sometimes just the connection you build with others on sets, the chance to make more movie magic with them. It's awesome when that happens. Yeah. It becomes more believable too. Like I feel like a lot of these and I hate to put Lifetime in here like that, because I like a few Hallmark movies. When I'm bored enough, I'll watch them. But some of the acting is so cheesy, and you're like, man, if they just had a little bit more camaraderie, like if the kissing scene didn't look that good because they didn't really they liked each other off this camera, like at all, no respect, it would have been different.
Right. Absolutely.
I definitely want to check out when it's finished. Other than you playing Kratos, do you kill Helios? But I want to see those. Helios is not in this, man. All right. Who you been talking to, man? There's somebody else that wants Helios in this, and I was like, no. I don't know why they
keep talking. What's up, Kurt?
What's on, everybody?
What's up, Kurt?
Just chilling.
This is Kurt, guys. He's playing Mimir in Dinner with the God of War. And he's also a friend. And am I allowed to say, Kurt?
What?
The most recent thing you've done? Can I say it?
What I did for you?
Yeah, about God of War.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kurt also wrote, because we're going to shoot a trailer at the end of this month, and Kurt wrote the script for the trailer. So I'm excited. And it looks really good so far. So it's going to be great.
Well, go back to what you're saying. So, like, 2 weeks ago, I had to take my son to learn sound because he's running sound for this project that I'm doing. And I'm one of the OG cast members. So the director asked me to come in and work with a new actor on his scenes. And so I was playing somebody else's role to interact with him or whatever. But like that was one of the things that we both said to him, we don't do Hallmark acting, bud. Like it's gotta be real. Put yourself in the character. Like they're about to shoot you and you really don't have an answer for the question they're asking you. Like
Right.
get in those feels. And he was like, okay. And it was so much better after that.
But yeah, I feel like that camaraderie needs to be there. And I mean, I'm not saying that everybody needs to become kumbaya and kiss each other's feet and rub toes together. I'm just saying, like, it should be some sort of earlier form of interaction. Either good, it could be bad too, but just have some sort of interaction is very important.
Absolutely. Like I did a short with this dude that I used to do a lot of work with. We were friends outside of this. Like I think we kind of went on a couple dates at some point. And now I can't stand him. But if you watch that short, we had no script whatsoever. And we just had a premise. But we were able to play off of each other. And like afterwards, I'll never forget, he cussed me out. He was like, what are you trying to win an Oscar for this? Like you crying for real? I was like, bro, seriously, like I put myself in that character's mindset. Like she was tired of you. It is what it and honestly, I was tired of him at that point anyway. So it wasn't that hard to play. But
right. But you had that feeling.
Yeah. But like I had another actor friend that watched it and he commented about it. We had dinner last week and he was like, it was so good. I was like, I mean, I can't really take credit for that because like I really was feeling that. He just started laughing.
These Lifetime Hallmark films are definitely cheesy. Well, I promise if I ever do get on a Hallmark Lifetime cheesy, I would be the only one, like you said, Laura, I would be the only one being real. Like, yes, this is all for an Oscar. I mean, when you my thing is like I said in my crowdfunding pitch, if you're going to shoot, you might as well shoot for the heart, man. Like, you know, if you're going to shoot an animal, you would know, you shooter, you, Laura. If you're going to kill, I mean, you got to shoot to kill, man. Like, that's just what it is. And if somebody breaks in your house, here, this is a little thing for anybody that wants to know how not to go to jail. If someone breaks in your house and robs you, you need to kill them. Because if you shoot them to injure them, you will go to jail. Because technically, burglary is a profession. So if he gets injured on his job, he can sue you. So, I mean, when you're going to go, you got to go. It's just what it is.
There are so many stipulations to that, though. You can't go looking for it. You have to wait till they come to you. And when they drop, don't keep shooting because you're going to have a lot of explaining to do when they got a bunch of bullet holes on the top of their head and going down their back.
They're not zombies. Don't double tap. I can't wait for dinner with the God of War. Man, I can't wait either. I'm so excited for dinner with the God of War just because I'm anxious for it. I think I'm getting more anxious. Just we haven't even done anything yet. Yeah.
I think we're all anxious about it.
I definitely want to see your team work on more projects because you know they will work great together. Well, see, I think that's one of the and Kurt, I'm gonna get to you about my core question because I haven't asked you yet. Don't think I forgot. My biggest thing is, and I know me and Ariel was talking about this as well. It's so hard to leave from working with something that's great, like having a good team versus now you're working on another project with a whole new people, which isn't the same people. It's like, you know, it's just. And I totally agree with that. So hopefully we do all work together again. I mean, that is the goal, especially if we get picked up by a studio and we make this like a big thing.
That would be great, but it's going to be like herding cats. That's a big cast.
It is.
I got you, though. I'm a teacher. I do that for a living, so.
You have a point, but are you sure that there will be no arrest for killing? Of course there's going to be an arrest. I mean, you can't avoid that.
Always.
You can get arrested regardless. They just want to put somebody in handcuffs. Be honest. Just don't be stupid when you get arrested. Just go.
When you call the police, don't say you shot anyone. Just say someone's been shot. Don't ever say you shot someone.
Yeah, don't ever, because they already gonna come in with a mission to get you.
Yep.
Hey Kurt, so question, man, what are some of your goals for the year? What do you achieve, man?
My biggest goal is to be able to walk away from my 9 to 5 this year. I'm hoping I can do that because I hate it. It's like cancer. It sucks the life out of me. It makes me wish I was dead.
Wow. Well, why don't you break it into my house? You can break it in my house. I'll help you out with that.
Jeez.
I'm just playing.
I've got, along with the stuff I got going on with you guys for dinner with the God of War later on this month, I'm going to VO Atlanta, so that's going to be another big thing. I've been trying to get more in contact with a few agents I met back in December when I went to LA for a big showcase that I was with. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'm super excited as well because I'm going to the Old West Actors Retreat in Tennessee next month.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I guess my biggest goal is just to be able to start just walk away from the normal 9 to 5 and see where it all takes.
All right, let me ask you this question that Martine posed. Do you think it's better to set a goal while you're comfortable or set a goal while you're uncomfortable? And why?
Well, that's a bit of a loaded question if you think about it. Because if you set a goal when you're comfortable, most of the time it's going to be something that you can easily achieve. You know, a lot of times if you're going to set a goal when you're uncomfortable, it's going to be something that you're going to come busting through the door, guns blazing, swinging, just ready to go. You know, when you're comfortable, something I've noticed, when you're comfortable, your goals aren't as big. When you're uncomfortable, your goals are big. Like they're going to be, a lot of times they're life changing, or it's like, you know what, I'm going to go down this path instead. So
that's a great point. That's a really good point.
Yeah,
that's a really good way to think about it.
I strive to be uncomfortable.
That's the only way you grow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
like when I set the goal to do that Joker photo shoot, that was stretching way out of my realm of normalcy.
Really?
Yeah, because the makeup took so long to get it perfect, and I did no practices. It was just, okay, this is the day.
You just went in.
But I mean, it turned out great, but it was kind of far reaching. Same with that Day of the Dead shoot that I did in Dallas. Like that makeup was insane.
What is the most uncomfortable thing any of you guys have done and been rewarded for it? I mean, I know you just said the makeup thing, but is there anything more uncomfortable than that you've ever like got rewarded for in a good way at the end of it?
Becoming a teacher?
I guess being a teacher is uncomfortable. That would be uncomfortable for me. Yeah.
Well, you know, when I moved back home to teach, I did not know that the principals were leaving and leaving me in charge of the math department. So that first year was insane. I was the youngest teacher on campus. I was the newest one for the math department, but I was the only one that was math only certified. So they left me in charge, and I taught upper levels. So I knew what the kids had to get up there. So they entrusted me with that, and I really didn't know how. I mean, trust me, that there were struggles amongst the teachers. Lots. That year was hard. I learned a lot that year, but I also got Rising Star of the Year that year too for that campus. And Jarrell left.
Uh-oh.
He's there.
I'm still here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Talking to the kid.
But I mean, what if you put what you learn to use, it pays off later. Like we just took our spring benchmark. I'm not done teaching everything. 90% of my kids passed that thing. So I'm golden this year. I ain't worried about it.
Awesome.
That's right.
But I guess the ultimate reward is like seeing the kids come back and, you know, saying how much you impacted them and stuff like that. I mean, that's,
for me, it's the kids that have never passed the state exam before that are like not just passing but hit the next level up. Because I've got kids already there. They've jumped 2 levels in less than a year's time. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow, that's heat. That's really good. How about you, Martine? Anything? I mean, besides the purple hair?
That's comfort. That's definitely not
I
uncomfortable.
know, bro. I'm just being stupid. Leave me alone.
Purple's my favorite color. Leave him alone.
Dude, I honestly, I don't know. I feel I'm good at things that make me uncomfortable, and when when I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to do it. In the aspect of like if I ever feel like I'm uncomfortable doing something, I feel like I'm not progressing. Me personally, in my experience, just the way I operate, I find it when I'm comfortable doing stuff, I'm better and I'm greater, and I can strive more. I feel like I've been more rewarded more when I'm comfortable than I have when I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
And I like I feel pressure is different than comfort. I can be under pressure. I feel like I've been rewarded doing things under pressure, but I feel like being uncomfortable is to me, that's a red flag. If I'm uncomfortable, I'm definitely not, you know, I just feel like I'm not progressing. But if I'm under pressure, I feel like I'm progressing. And being under pressure isn't that's just a part of life,
Right. So you're saying you'd rather be under pressure than be uncomfortable.
Right.
So being under pressure isn't uncomfortable. It's just under pressure.
Right.
For you. Okay.
Right.
Hey Mario, if you want to join, man, I can send you the link, and you can join from Facebook, YouTube, whatever you like. I don't mind having someone else come on. Anybody can come on. That's the whole point. It's all good to me. How about you, Kurt? Is there a moment that you were like under pressure or uncomfortable? Since we brought under pressure in now, because that's the thing. I'm under pressure every day, to be honest with you. Whether I'm comfortable or uncomfortable, I'm under pressure right now for this getting in with the God of War. You want to talk about pressure? You want to talk about getting a whole script leaked, and then everybody's like, "Where the damn script at?" And I go on Discord, and people still beat me up over it. I'm like, "Give me a chance." I'm sorry.
Well, I think probably the most uncomfortable thing that I recently had was back at the beginning of 2020, right before everything hit, and I stepped down from my leadership position at my job. I had done it for 5, and that's where the whole thing where things comfortable at it. I was good at it. I was ranked one of the top ones, and we went on. I don't know what happened. Like to this day, I still can't explain what happened, why I just snapped, and I just told myself I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know why. And I became a forklift driver. I took a step down, and I went into voice acting and everything, and that's the one thing that I was so uncomfortable about, was because it's like I have a hard enough time talking to people. I am socially awkward as crap, which I'm not anymore. Over the last couple of years getting into all this stuff, I got a lot better about it. But I was like, yeah, it's like I'm good at my job and everything, but I can't talk to people for crap, It's like, screw it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. And now I'm here. So, yeah,
I would say that's been rewarding, right? I mean, where you are now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was just that very uncomfortable feeling of that transition going from one area to another, like complete opposite ends. And it's like, all right, well, let's see how this goes.
Hey, you know what's funny? Before I do want to answer this question by Joshua, because we're talking about uncomfortable. That's a good question. Because especially how we're saying uncomfortability leads to rewarding things. Is that possible when you work with actors that you're uncomfortable with too? What would you say about that? I would feel more. I don't know. I feel like we should ask Laura that first, because I think as a I don't know. I'm not a woman. This is just my opinion, I guess, and this could be a dumb assumption. Maybe I just made us all asses right now, but I feel like as a woman, there's probably way more uncomfortability working with some actors versus as an actor working with certain people?
It really depends. Like, I'm a people person, so I'm gonna sit there and shoot the shit with people anyway. That's just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really bother me unless I have had some weird something happen with that person already. Like the one I referred to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't work with that dude. Can I? Yeah, I can be cordial, but I also know him and I know his personality. He's gonna start trying to pick at me and irritate me like he always does. Because we've had this happen on set before where he irritated me so bad I was about to punch a hole in the wall. Like, and my character did not need to be angry like that for that role, for that scene. So, and I had already told him, we're not in Corsicana. Like, just get out of my face and leave me alone for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, did the scene come out rewarding because you had to deal with that, or what do you think?
Oh, yeah, no, it was fine. Like, I was able to pull it off. But, it took me going and talking with the director for a minute because they noticed. They were like, I've never seen you angry, and I've worked with you for like 3 years. Like, what is going on?
Wow.
I'm like, that fool right there. Because I'm about to take these heels off, and he's about to find out how much of a fighter I like to be. I can't do it.
I would think that would make you an even better actress. The fact that you're willing to fight through the uncomfortable of being with a person that makes you feel uncomfortable to get a great thing. Because I think some people, and even with Dinner with the God of War, this is not putting no names out there, but we've had people leave the crew just because they're uncomfortable, not even because they worked with him, but of things they've heard. So I feel like as a person that's willing to work through that, that would makes you a really good actress / actor. I don't know. That's just
for sure. I've worked with photographers that I've had beef with before. Like at the end of the day, I'm there to do a specific job.
Right.
I can take care of my part. Just don't push the boundaries.
Right.
If I have boundaries up with you, it's for a very good reason.
Right. How about you, Kurt? Any situation where you had to work with someone you're uncomfortable and got something great as an actor or actress or?
A few times, yeah. Like I normally try to be the type of person where if I hear something about someone, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, that could just be hearsay because God knows I've had people say all kinds of stuff about me, and then people get to know me and like, oh, you're not like that. Oh, like, yeah, see, so
same.
It's kind of like the giving that thing, but I mean, if it's a little, I mean, I've worked with, I won't name any names, stuff like that, but I've worked with other actors and stuff like that who have, the type where they think, oh, I'm the type where they're the type where it's like, oh, well, I've been doing this longer than you, so I'm better than you type stuff and everything. It's like, hey, we're just here, like Laura said, we're here to do a job. That's it.
Right.
And I think at times, I think it can help you and be more rewarding because I have noticed, and I've heard other actors talk about this type of stuff, where if you are in that type of a situation, a lot of times you'll run into them and people will try and one up you. Like they'll try and steal the show or whatever, or they'll try and do this, they'll try and do that, they'll try and make you break character, that type of stuff, So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I walked in there and gave it hell, and I gave you a run for your money.
Yep.
You didn't like that, did you?
I like that because it's like I get the last laugh, basically.
Yeah.
How about you, Martine?
Also,
Melanie says she loves your purple hair.
Oh, thanks, Melanie. I feel that I perfect example. I mean, let me tie this in, and then going back to the acting. Like when people make it difficult, it's like I see everybody as a team. If we're making a film, we're making a video, whatever we're working on, we're a team. So if you're being my teammate, you're being a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just making it difficult for everybody, and you're making the end product potentially worse because you're adding another element to what should be fluent and making something just smooth, But going through, I've acted a couple times, but more so producing and directing. I think I perfect example. I filmed a music video with Pyro, and it's called "We Got This Love," right? And so this music video, I remember I was filming, I was directing, I was producing, and Pyro was producing, and we had a group of people there. And it's like I needed to switch a lens, and sometimes I'm bad at asking people for help. Like I'm completely like I got a whole thing of like everybody should help each other out, and like that's my motto, right? But it's like I am horrible at asking people for help. That I feel like that makes me uncomfortable if I have to ask somebody for help. So it becomes difficult when you have a crew, but then these people don't take initiative. It's like whenever I'm on a set or I'm doing something, and let's say there's just an open, like somebody needs a lens. All right, cool. I'm already on it. You don't even gotta ask me. Oh, you need to move this table right here, this prop. All right, let's move it. Boom. Some people don't have that. And some people you have to like kind of, hey, I need your help. Can you switch this? Can you give me this? And so sometimes that becomes difficult, because not everybody's just self-driven like that. And that's okay. Y'all operate differently. But yeah, it just goes like I was playing basketball yesterday, like being in the atmosphere where like you're with people that somebody can get angry because you're not operating the way they want you to operate, instead of them realizing, okay, cool, how can my operation skills complement their operation skills? Because we are different people and we operate differently. I feel like that's the recipe to success, to a great end product. But some people have large egos and stuff.
I want to answer this one. Do you think actors can be uncomfortable around directors depending on how they direct the actors? Okay, so I agree. However, what I've and I say this all the time, and no offense to anyone watching this or anybody that knows me or seeing this or that's on this thing, I hate actors. And I say that because as an actor myself, who's been around other actors, some actors are some pretentious assholes, and they make it bad for all of us. I went to the studio it was about 6 months ago, and I overheard. Funny thing is, people don't realize I'm an actor until I tell them I'm an actor. They automatically think I'm a filmmaker, producer, director, just because of my mindset. But I had this whole conversation about how actors are like the shittiest people in the world. So I went over there and they saw me and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, no offense. And I'm like, none taken. And I get it. I never knew how much actors could be like that until I became on the other side. Some actors feel like just because they did a film festival, just because they won second place in a film festival that had 20 films, they're like the Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt of the acting world. And some people don't like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. So let me just say that too. And I mean, we look at IMDb, I think number 2, 3 actor right now on Star Meter is probably The Rock. I don't like The Rock as an actor. I think The Rock is a dope person. I think he has a great look. He has a great physique. He has a great personality. But as an actor, I am not a fan. There are people out here in this world, actors, that think that they are as good as The Rock. And that's even saying something.
You're right.
Like, and I feel like some of these actors, they come on these sets and they are acting like they are like the almighty Christ himself. And it makes us, all the other actors who are nothing like that, look bad. When it comes to directors, I really don't blame the directors most of the time. Sometimes directors have to deal with some shitty actors. When I get on a set, I tell every director this: you are my pimp and I am your hoe. You are here to direct me. I am not here to direct you. And that's the point of a director versus an actor. I'm here to act out what you direct. And I think there's a miscommunication between actors and directors. Once actors can realize that they are there to act out something that the director directs, that's when the whole beautiful camaraderie comes together. The reason why there's an issue in the first place as uncomfortable directors is either A, like Kurt was saying, there's something that people heard about someone else, or B, is something like Laura said of what someone's done before in the past. People are getting too big for their britches. These actors need to realize that if it wasn't for a lot of these directors, you wouldn't be here. And most of the time, a lot of your acting is so shitty that you need someone that is a good director to direct you and tell you how to act in the first place. Because a lot of you don't know how to act in public as a regular person. So
Preach.
let alone act. I'm sorry. I have the biggest issue with this because I've been dealing with this lately as a producer. When you're a producer, you become people's parents. And the thing is, I'm sick of it. I am so tired of being people's parents. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a complainer. But that is I'm sorry I'll let you guys answer, but that's my opinion about directors on actors. I just have this big thing. Sorry, I'm done.
I have worked for a director that made me uncomfortable only because like he was cracking sexual jokes on set.
No, God.
Which is not something you do. Especially around somebody like me. Like this fool, there was a bedroom scene. This fool laid out in the bed prior to anybody else getting in the room and he said, "Isn't this what you always wanted? A Jamaican in bed?" I said, "No, that ain't never crossed my mind. I'm sorry."
That's the director said that?
Yeah. And he just looked like you could tell nobody's ever said anything like that to him. And he looked at me, he's like, "What'd you say?" I said, "No, that's never crossed my mind. I'm sorry. I don't find Jamaicans attractive. I can't understand what the hell you're saying half the damn time." And he just looked at me like I was crazy. Absolutely nuts. But I was like, "But I could file sexual harassment on you if you want to keep going with this."
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too when it comes to that. There are some directors that are very Harry Weinstein or what's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Well,
yeah, there you go.
I think that he's using this as a premise to meet people from a lot of the stories and stuff that I've heard. So I keep a clear avoidance of that person. I ain't trying to be wrapped up in no drama. I'm trying to work, make something great, a story that's great, and go home, man. I got kids. I got a whole nother life. I got like 6 jobs. I don't have time for it.
And knowing you have way more other film things to do on another set.
Yes. Yeah, I hit 2 to 3 things every single day that I'm off. So, yeah.
How about you, Kurt?
I will say so far, most of the directors I've worked with, well, what few I have worked with, have all been pretty cool. They usually lay out guidelines first, just like don't be a dick type stuff and everything. It's like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie though, I do kind of look forward to at least one time working with a director who is just the type of gets up in your face, like, type of like, what the fuck are you doing? Because
like Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, I think I think that's one of those things right there. Well, because you got to think those type of directors, they have that creative image in their head, and they know exactly what they want. They know exactly what they want, and they've laid it out plain for you. Because I've heard a few other actors sit there and say before they've worked with directors and stuff like that and producers before, and they said they walk away with some just great advice and a new view on certain things. Cause it's like, oh, okay. But
I don't think it has to get to that point. I think there is a very different approach you can take and still get the same reaction from people without being an asshole.
Right. I think it's literally like you get respect to give respect. It's very important. I mean, we all believe the same.
I mean, the main thing I worry about though, when going on set, and it's been every time so far, and I don't understand why, but as soon as we go walking on, they'll be like, okay, get ready. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking to myself, please God, don't fart. Please God, don't. Please God, don't fart. And like it happens. I don't know if I just get nervous or something like that. And I guess it must just be, cause I'll be standing there like this, like I'll go through it and everything, like holding it. It's like, oh, and I'll be like, are we good? They're like, yeah. I'll go walking over and just, oh.
I've never ever worried about that. Ever. I have worried.
Now I'm gonna start thinking about it. Thanks.
I have worried about a skirt being too tight and saying, in the middle of a photo shoot, thinking, God, please don't let me rip this thing. Please tell them to not have me bend over because I'm gonna rip this hoe. Like that's it.
I am waiting for the day though where I'm like in a comedy movie or something like that, or a comedy show, and like they have a fart scene. And they're like, oh, so we'll do like CG, well, basically like a sound effect fart or whatever, you know, and you guys can react to it because we'll add a funny one in. I'll just be like, oh, okay, cool. And we go to do that scene and everything, and I just let it go. I mean, I just stand there and let
What
it
if
go.
you let it go before it was like time to let it go? Like, what the hell? You have one job. Why you didn't fart on cue?
I mean, I could just imagine that though, being like with some other big actor and them complaining about it. Being like, I have never smelled anything that bad before in my life. It's like, I'm sorry. It's like, no, that was like the dumpster behind Red Lobster in Arizona. Like, how?
Hey, this question was for me, but I'll ask you guys this too. What is the greatest director I ever worked with? This is gonna sound cliche, but my favorite director was definitely Ryan Coogler. Man is a beast, man. He, even though the funny thing about him is you really can understand him because he talks so monotone, and his AD is so loud. So they found a way to make sure you know what he was saying. But I really think he's really good. He's my favorite because, back to what you were saying, Kurt, as well as Laura, like when you have sometimes, and the same thing with the actor camaraderie. If you can have a director that can find you at your level and relate to you, the scene will be that much better. Because of the respect there. Because I can act something just to do it to get a paycheck and leave, versus I can do it because I have the passion for it. And I feel like Ryan was one of the directors that made me want to love it as much as he loved to share it. Same thing with God of War. When I approached this, and I know we've been having some script issues, I want it to be delivered as in the way I want you to feel like you are attached to this just as much as I am attached to it. And it's the same concept with a good director. But that's my opinion. How about you guys? What some great directors you guys work with and why? What made them great, I would say. And not the fart thing, please, Kurt. Yeah, he let me fart as much as I wanted, and it was all good. No.
I have two. One of mine is Dallas Jenkins, who does The Chosen. He is very descriptive on what he wants. He also applauds anybody for doing a great job. And he takes very good care of his actors. Like his main cast, like if they needed something, he was there. If any of us background needed something, he was there. So, you know, like to work for somebody that's willing to work super hard as well, that's appreciative of everything from every person in every role, that is an amazing thing to have.
And you felt it too, right? I'm sure it wasn't just talk. You felt it. Oh,
yes, absolutely. Great dude. And he puts a lot of thought and work into what he's doing. A lot. And then the other is Zeke Jeremiah out of Dallas. He's wonderful. I did my very first film with him. So when I first started in all of this entertainment stuff, I was an extra, had a blast on set, did several projects since then with him. And he's actually grown me as an actor and director, scripty. Like, he's like, no, heck yeah, let's learn all the roles. Like, you're a quick learner. Like, let's do this. So, you know, I was part of his crew last summer. So he's wonderful.
That when you were holding that camera that was bigger than you?
No, that's the camera I bought to start a production company with somebody, and it fell through, but I'm still doing the thing.
At least you got the camera.
That part.
How about you, Kurt?
I think my because everyone I've worked with so far has been pretty cool.
Wait till you work with me, man. I guarantee I'll be your number one. No, I'm playing. I'm not a director.
I'm sure. I guess my favorite one I've worked with so far would have to be my buddy Nicholas Gray. He does a couple different web series. He brought me on for a Spider-Man the Verse web series that he was doing, and it was, I guess it's just working with him because he pretty much makes all his props himself and with a couple other guys. Like, I mean, the stuff that he makes is absolutely insane. And he was just so adamant, and he's he's just so into everything that he's doing. Like he's so passionate about all of it, and he is so open to, hey, if you think this would work differently, let me know. Like if we're getting ready to do this and you think it would work differently a different way, please let me know. So I think, yeah, he's very open to different ideas and stuff like that. And I'm actually working on a couple other projects with him that we're going to be doing later on this year. And that's one of the things I've been trying to get in shape for. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing you in the gym, man. I've been seeing you. I was like, it's funny because I was telling everybody our next promo we're going to do for God of War is showing everybody working out. And I'm looking at Kurt and I'm like, bro, you're just ahead. Why are you working out? But I see. I get it now.
I'll be doing tongue push-ups.
Man, that's hilarious. Hey, Kurt, where do you what state are you in?
Missouri.
Oh, you're in Missouri too. Damn, everybody's in Missouri.
Yeah, I'm about an hour south of St. Louis.
I'm actually trying to come out there. I think April maybe, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'm definitely coming back to Texas though. That is a thing. That is happening. Yeah, I'm trying to. I really want to start this project out there in Texas. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons type thing to teach the children. It's like an after school program. I want to try to get away. And I'm cool with one of the principals in one of the schools in Texas. And I wanted to get it started in the Fort Worth area. I don't know. I just think that's the next level. I think that's the next level of my evolution that I'm trying to make happen. That would be awesome promo. What would be awesome promo?
Everybody working out.
Oh yeah. I forgot what I even said. Jesus. But no, I want to. And it's funny because people have been sending me videos and stuff on the radio. I'm like, man, I'm not ready yet. But everybody's been like showing like a few people sent me videos already of them working out. And I'm like, that's gonna be really cool if you do that. So, Laura, you down? You gonna do some workouts?
Dude, I joined the gym last week. I've been killing myself. Yes.
I downloaded a new workout app on my phone over the weekend, and I used it for the first time last night, and that was.
Is it called Fart Anonymous?
No, it's called I forget what it is, but it's it kicked my ass. Like it beat the living crap out of me last night.
Yeah, Solar is helping me on the Dungeons and Dragons project, actually. Huh. Good question.
Josh, it was funny because the clerks at the gym were like, "Oh my God, you haven't been here in like 2 years." I was like, "I know."
I can't stand that, man. When I go to the gym and they're like, "Where you been at?" Like, oh my God, like Jesus Christ.
They didn't ask where I've been. They know. They follow me on social media. They're like, "You've been busy." I'm like, "I have."
Well, see, at least they're supportive. People that be looking for me, they be like, "We know you've been out there eating Dunkin' Donuts."
I get calls from Pizza Hut asking where I've been. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah.
Like, you ever punched your frequent pizza user card in the last month? What's going on? Hey, well,
y'all, I had the weirdest thing happen. So we were supposed to do this music video Sunday. Mm-hmm. And so I went to set, and there were cops there, and so I was like, "What's going on? Did he hire the cops like for this thing? What's going on?" But no, he didn't have a permit, and there had been a killing there like 2 weeks ago, or something like that. So they were like, "Y'all have to go. You don't have a permit, right?" So I'm like, "Okay, whatever. We'll reschedule." Blah blah blah.
Well, when
I go to leave, and this dude walks up, and it's a photographer that's been following me for like a couple of years that I've never worked with. And he tells me, he's like, "I saw you standing there." He said, "I saw your back." And I was like, "Oh, there's a beautiful woman in a red dress." And I'm like, "Okay." And he said, "But when you turn," I was like, oh, "It's her." I was like, "What?" He was like, "For me, it was like if you saw The Rock standing 20 feet from you." I said, "Listen, I am not The Rock. I am nowhere near his level of fame or none of that. Like, I don't know why you got excited about me. That's ridiculous."
Well, it's funny. I've noticed that whenever you have a camera out, it don't matter who you are. People will be like, Like, who are you? Like, what can I find you? What's your name? And I'd be like, I'm Shamar Moore every time. Every time they ask, Shamar Moore. Oh, okay. Every time I do it.
It was fun. It was funnier than hell when I first started out, because before I started doing actual voice acting, like whenever I first started out, I tried to do a YouTube channel. The original goal was to do a redneck style Top Gear, pretty much. And we had this crappy little Ford Escort and we had the small segment that we did, how cheap can we go? And we'd buy the cheapest parts we could find and put on it, like steering components, not very safe, suspension, that type of stuff. But when we first got ready to do this, people were saying, you might want to check with the county and make sure you don't need a permit to do this. I'm like, okay. So I went there and I was talking to the guy and I said, do you need permits to film anything in the county? He goes, no, as long as you're out in public, it's fine. He goes, obviously, if you're anywhere private, stuff like that, you obviously ask permission, that type of stuff. Any government or local county government type stuff, just ask permission. I said, okay. And this is how much of a menace I am. He asked me, he goes, so what are you going to be filming? And I could not stop myself. It was immediately just snapped back and went, porn. And I just could not stop myself. And he just looked at me immediately like, I went, no, it's a car show. I said, it's doing stupid stuff with a car. He goes, oh, yeah. But the look he gave me, and I was just like, I just couldn't stop myself. It's that stupidity impulse immediately.
Yeah, I get that too sometimes.
I mean,
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I'm at a guy's bar. He was blowing me up.
Of course you do. Yeah, of course you do. I've seen your photo shoots.
No. I legit met him plain face, wasn't dressed up, hoodie on, nothing. But we had a good time, shooting the shit at the bar. So he asked me for my number. I was like, okay. Well, one night, I guess he was bored and he kept texting me. So 2 hours later, he's still texting. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to sleep. I was like, okay, that'll be $150. He was like, what? I was like, you wanted a companion, right?
I love that.
I just killed 3 hours of my time. It's $150. And he calls me and he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, dude, I was just kidding.
That is so funny. Oh my God. I love that. Oh my God. But no,
it was really funny. The next time we hung out, we sat at the bar for 2 hours. So, and I don't drink. So we're just sitting there making fun of people. And so he looked at me, he's like, that's $100. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I was your companion tonight. I was like, I ain't paying you for nothing. I was going to be here whether you were here or not. It does not matter.
That's hilarious.
I've gotten thrown out of multiple local news Facebook pages down here for home because I troll like crazy. People.
That's funny.
I'm curious. What do you guys think about me doing a crowdfunding thing?
I think it'd be fun.
Because you see, I'm doing it now. I wasn't going to do it at first. But what do you think? Do you think? How do you feel about it? What is your opinions on crowdfundings and Kickstarters and Indiegogos and all that? What is your opinions? Not just on me, just in general. What do you think?
I think it's a great way to help get started. What was it? There was a game I played here not long ago called We Happy Few. And one of the things they talk about in the trailer for the game, and when you first start the game up, they got 7,200 backers on Kickstarter, stuff like that. I've already had multiple friends get a hold of me and stuff like that and ask me about the God of War stuff and everything and all that stuff, and just ask, just talking about other stuff that I've been talking about doing. The thing is, if you got something that's gaining a lot of attention and people are all for it, go for it. Even if people aren't all for it, go for it, because there will be people out there who are for it.
Well, see, you said 7,200. If I could get 7,200 people to give me $1, that would be enough to fund us, fund a lot of stuff for us alone. I mean, we're talking because my goal is I want to put some local restaurants. I want to put some of their companies in this too. I want to find a way to advertise for them too, because this is not just about me. It's just, and no offense, but this is not just about you guys. This is about what this brings. And I would love to get local communities and local food, and I would love to pay people $500 to their restaurant just to just to put their product in our stuff. I
Right.
would like to pay them for their product versus them just giving us product as payment.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I actually got kicked out of a group for posting about the God of War.
Really?
Well, it's the owner of that group is that actor that I refuse to work with now. He's mad because he's just mad because I'm doing films out of state and he's not.
I love it.
One thing I don't like is when people sell actor roles. Yeah, I don't like that either. Actually, that is one of my biggest things that I'm trying not to put into it. Actually, it's funny that you said that.
I would just be cautious with it.
That's that I don't want to put in there. Well, for one, I can't put no more actors. We have way too many. It's 30 something of us. The last thing we need is another damn actor. First off, when it comes to producers, my producers really earn the right producer. Like Ariel, Jordan, me, Angela, all of us, and now Nico have really earned the right to be a producer. It's really a lot of work that we've had to do for this to even give that. I mean, I want to find another way to say. I don't even like the word associate producer because I think that's kind of unfair to people because associate producers really aren't. And no offense to any associate producer out there, but I don't think associate producers really do anything. Sorry, I said it. You heard it from me. Quote me. I don't think so. I think it's just a cute title. I wish there was another title I can give people versus just a thank you because I want them to feel like they're a part of this, but I don't want to give them producer credit because that's a tough one for me. And I don't want a paid actor. I don't want to, and I hate that too. Like, and I've done this and I'm guilty of this. Like, there's been chances where I wanted to act so badly because I always teach, get to the table, find a way to get to the table. If you want to be in front of people, find a way to get there. So I've paid $1,000 to become an actor in a film. I have done this. And I'm not gonna lie, I might do it again because sometimes you have to pay to play. For my credit cards, my American Express Platinum, I love the card. It's $700 a year. I hate paying it, but you think I don't pay it? I pay it because I like to be in my sky lounges every time I'm on an airplane. You have to pay to play. I get that. However, I don't think it should be advertised like, hey, you want to act in my film? Pay me for it. That's what my biggest thing is.
I think what was it?
Yes. I agree with that.
No, do like the end of the PBS stuff and everything. And this was made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Ah, I like that.
Yes, and then their names could roll.
I like that.
I would just say, like, be very cautious with who has access to the funds and where they're placed, and keep good track of all of that. Like, I used to run a nonprofit for a teacher workshop, basically, and I mean that was there were only 2 of us that could touch anything on that.
Yeah.
For a good reason. There were like 25 of us that helped with it, that did the work, the day of, but only 2 of us could touch things, and that's just because if it wasn't me, I know it was you.
Right. Accountability factor.
We could do it like the Super Bowl trailer we did at the end of it. See, be like, and here's a list of names. Here's a list of names of more nobodies that gave us money to make this possible.
I like that too.
I like that.
More nobody.
And I'm gonna go back to the everything else, but back to what Alexi. I hope I said your name right. Please forgive me if I butchered that. I don't also think it's fair, and I've done this. I don't think it was fair to the other actors that I paid $500 to get a role when they had to audition for a role. I mean, you two know, as 2 people who auditioned for my film, the fact that you had to let go of what you had to do, give up 5, 10, 20 minutes, or even change your voice, or even do anything to audition for a role, and you have someone that just literally paid $500 to take your role, I don't think that's fair. I think it's grimy. Because like they didn't have to do nothing; they just paid money. I mean,
it is what it is.
I know, but I don't think it's fair though. Like
I got shirtless and everything.
Huh?
I got shirtless and everything for mine.
Right, you did.
Well, I changed who I was in essence, so
He had to hold a fart and everything for this. Like, what do you mean? Yes.
Here's
like
my
that.
thing with that. I think if it's meant to be and it's yours, then it's yours. Nobody can take it from you. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's to the point where people are so desperate now for money where they're willing to give up someone's hard-earned. But then that's how you get your Hallmark actors. I don't want to make a Hallmark movie. Like I want some good actors. Like, and don't get me wrong, everyone is not going to be a great actor. That's the point of a good director sometimes. But at the same time, I don't feel like someone that just. I don't know, man. And I guess
that comes with knowing your actors too.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was on set and I had a friend playing a role. My friend Will, the one I told you to reach out to about the music.
Yeah.
He was playing a role, and he
guy.
could not get angry enough from what the director was telling him. So I pulled him aside and I was like, "Hey, because he's my friend. I know a lot about his personal life. I was like, I need you to be in the mindset of this. This is happening. Be in the mindset of this." Came back and killed it, and the director was like, "What did you tell him?" I was like, "That's his personal business. I can't share that with you. But I mean, if you need me to direct him again, just let me know."
And that goes back to the camaraderie aspect too. You two had that camaraderie that was there. And I'm not saying that in our Discord we need to be talking about what makes you tick and why do you. But sometimes that could help with these roles.
It really does.
These roles not pay for it. Otherwise, producers could get actors who don't know it. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I get the money aspect is a very important thing, Josh. Like, yes, but like you were saying, I also agree that I like to give it to the person who deserves the role. And that's for me my biggest disconnect. And I don't know how to weather it. And I'm still trying to figure out how to weather that the best, because I don't think it's fair either, personally. And I mean, I've done it as a person on the other side that's literally paid to play. It's like,
yep.
I don't know. I don't know.
The old thing, you got to spend money to make money.
But I do. What I do like is when they say to have your face in this film, pay this. I agree with that, because that don't require a lot of acting. That's just paying to have your face in it. So right. I like that versus your name in it. But coming on as like, oh, act with this character. And then that's another thing. I hate when these crowdfundings put these people up like they're this big. Oh man, if you pay $500, you get to act with John Withersman. I'm like, Withersman, and then they're like, who the fuck is John Withersman? But they sell him so great. It was like, oh man, I'll get to act with John Withersman. Then you go tell everybody like, who the hell is John Withersman? Like, oh, you know him. Oh, what do I know from? You know him from that one movie. Oh yeah, that one movie. It's like, what?
Oh my god! So I have a funny story about that. So that actor got really mad at me in January, and he went to the bar and was talking trash, right? But he started playing all the scenes that, like, from all the projects we've ever done together, and everybody was all excited because, like, this is my hometown. I know everybody. I either know you and grew up with you, or I taught your kid, one or the other. But then he played like a scene from a film that he did with Isaiah Washington, and everybody's like, whatever. They didn't pay much attention, so he started playing some more stuff that we did, and he's like, what is the deal? Why are y'all excited about Laura? Laura's nobody. That's Isaiah Washington. They were like, we know her. We love Laura. Like, that makes us excited. She does great no matter what you throw at her.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It's crazy. But yes, Alexia, definitely. I'd rather give it to the person who deserves the role versus. But I do like I don't mind having their face there. I don't mind them paying for their face, I guess. But I mean, like, it is desperation. It's like, I really do want to get the money. And then these actors really do want to these shitty actors mainly really just want to be, I'm not calling myself a shitty actor. Maybe I am. I really just want to be in the film. But I mean, if you're looking at Denzel Washington versus Isaiah Washington, I mean, I'll pay $5,000 to be in the scene with Denzel Washington. I'll tell you right now. And for any actor I stole his role from, I'm sorry, but I'm paying. Screw you, buddy.
Right.
And I'm gonna act like shit on purpose just because. I'll make sure my acting is cheesy, but hey, I paid $4,000, so let me go in here and start acting like Pee Wee Herman, even though Pee Wee Herman is an awesome actor. But I'm just saying.
No, not too good, because he couldn't get him to believe that he wasn't jerking off in that movie theater.
You a fool for that. I can't believe you said that.
Well, I'm just saying it's the truth.
Well, Well, you see, also like unfolding the film, like say for instance, you make your own food product, and you say the person's name is Richard. You be like, oh, Richard O's, and then you have his face on there. He paid for that. Like that's I think is a really good way to put their name in the movie.
Kind of like
you got her laughing with that. That's hilarious.
That's kind of like the Facebook post I made where I was sitting there. I've been telling people, I go, if I ever get going good enough to where McDonald's comes to me and wants me to do a promotional meal with me, I'm going to tell them the McGangbang. That's the only way it's happening, is if it's got the McGangbang. And the commercial for it is going to be awesome. It's going to be the CEO of McDonald's sitting there at first, and he's going to just be all serious, just going, as per the last few years, McDonald's has partnered with multiple actors and celebrities to do promotional meals, and we have decided to work with another one to bring another promo. And as it starts panning out and he's tied to a chair, and you see me standing there holding a cue card going, come on, say it, you know. So we are now introducing the Kurt Voices meal with the McGangbang. It wasn't so hard now, was it?
You see why I put you in my movie? Like, this is exactly why.
I'm just going to look at the camera and go, you're welcome, America. Can you untie me, please? Fuck no.
You were hilarious, man. This is why I needed you in my film. That is exactly why. The person you auditioned for, I was like, bro, you're not even, you're so much more funnier than that person. Like the McGangbang.
But I'm gonna have to start hopping off here because I got to start getting ready for a workshop.
I only get 2 hours, so I got 9 more minutes. So we're definitely summing it up. We've definitely been here forever. But yes,
you're right, Joshua. Nobody likes to work with the actors that have the big egos, especially when y'all are doing the same level stuff. Like, bye.
My goal this year is to make original quality products that have depth. I love that.
Yep.
Well, you know, to piggyback on that, Alexi, the reason why I did God of the War. Now I sound like these people that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. The reason why I did God of the War, because I had an interview the other day. So what made you do the God of the War? I'm like, God of the War? What is that? And I'm like, yeah, the reason why I did God of War is what I want to do is I want to take existing stories and change them and flip them on their head. That is the goal and the purpose of what I'm doing when I come to these fan films. I want to change the narrative, and I want to make it where it's our chance to tell the story of it, because they always, I don't know who they are. I know who they are, but I'm not going to tell you on social media who they are. But they always take things and give it to us. They like spoon feed us like we're babies. I want to literally take that spoon back and shove it in their mouths. I want to flip it. This is the reason why I decided to do a fan film on God of War. This is why I'm doing a fan film on Augustus. I want to flip it. When it comes to original, I totally agree with you, though, because my next film, a lot of people don't know, is called Ego. I'm working on that right after Augustus, and that is going to be my own original feature film. And Laura, I will actually love you to be in it, and a few other people. This is actually
I'm there.
This is be my actual coming out feature film. It's kind of a story about I don't want to say too much, but it's like a story about two brothers. That's all I'll say. It's called Ego. I'm excited about it, and that's going to be after Augustus. My goal is to do 2 short films, 2 fan films every year, and 1 main film afterwards. This is what I'm going to do every year going forward. This is my goal. That is my ultimate goal. Because see how we started? I didn't even tell anyone my goal, but now I am. Look at that. It's all like a whole circle. So yeah, that's my goal of this year. And also keep working with you guys. That's definitely my goal. You guys are awesome.
For sure. I'm not saying
that we're about to end, but I really do love everyone who's stuck around with and is on this journey with us. And as this crowdfunding does come to play, probably this week or next week, I'm excited to see, even if you pitch in $1, that means a lot to me, just knowing that I have your support on that. And that's what I'm excited about. I want to create projects that isn't just using the same plot, just made it different ways. I feel like producers that's true. I agree. Producers.
Hey, I'll put it this way. I have a friend he posted one time. He's like, if I can just get 3,000 people to give me $1, on Cash App, I can get my Brazilian butt lift. I'm like, say less. I send him $1.
Wait, he said that?
Do what?
You said a he or she?
He, yeah, one of my best friends.
Hey, well, the fact that he said that, I bet you he'll get way more money than if a she said that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know why though. He got a big booty already. Whatever.
I have no ass.
That's what you're going to the gym for, bro.
Right. I mean, you are an ass enough. You don't need to have any more.
Boots, you can work every day.
Hey, I'm excited for you guys to see it too. I can't wait. And I think I just want to make this bigger. So everyone who works on Augustus, and that's another thing. Everyone who worked on the 2 fan films, I want to put them all together into one major big film at the end of the year. That's what my ultimate goal I want to do. So the Augustus and the Dinner with the God of War, I want to put them together on Ego when we do Ego. And I'm probably gonna have 2 directors on that. I'm still trying to figure out who's gonna direct that. But I also want to interchange. So like how I have Les directing God of War and Ariel producing, for Augustus, I want to have Ariel directing and Les producing. So I want to like change it and keep it, give everybody a chance. Like, and I know Laura directs, so I would like to have a film where Laura directs it. And I just want to give a chance to switch it up, but kind of keep the same team involved in kind of way. Mm-hmm. Because if we can make something that works together, great now. If it ain't broke, don't break it.
That part. So. Yeah, I'm about to do my very first biographical short. So I'm excited about that. Like the people that have read the script are like, oh my God, this is so raw. Like, you know, the cinematographer is Emmy nominated for some of his stuff. So
Laura, you should reach out to Mary. I think she's trying to work on her first film as a female director and filmmaker. And I feel like you two can make something really dope, or even she can help you, or you can help her with hers. I think Mary is the one that's working on hair.
Yes.
In our, I think you two should collab on something. Like I think you guys can make something really freaking dope.
Definitely.
Like totally. I'm actually excited to see it. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna end it 4 minutes early. I appreciate you two for sticking around, coming through it. Thanks for everybody watching. If you have any comments or anything, just write it under, and I'll try to. I want to do more stuff like this, maybe once a week, where we could just have a place for us to talk. Anybody to just come and talk. No, we don't have to talk about God of War or any other films. We could just talk. And I feel like that'll be fun. Yeah. Oh, and stay tuned. I do have some God of War stuff coming too. It's going to be really cool. I have some more.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
I have some articles that's about to get put out. The master plan. It's about to be crazy. Yeah.
Articles that are about to get put out. That's what I got flagged for in that group, was posting that article, the one where they had my picture in the article. Wait, that actor flagged it as abuse. I'm like, bro, don't be jealous.
The God of War thing?
Yeah.
What?
It's because he's mad because I haven't blocked on everything.
I can't believe they put you in that article too, though. I'm like, I didn't tell them.
I was excited. I was like, I have arrived.
I'm like, how? Like, what the hell? Like, maybe Kurt will be on the next one. Wait, we got it. Oh, hi, Phil. We're about to dip, man. Thanks for coming through. I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, take care, guys. Have a safe rest of your week. And let's party and have fun and kill some shit this week, man. Let's go ahead and kill some shit.
Yes, sir.
And if anybody try to break into your success, shoot them and kill them so you don't get sued.
Bye.